Perkenalkan, nama saya Ephrilia Noor Fitriana. Saya adalah dosen dari program studi Sastra Inggris, Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni Universitas Negeri Surabaya. Latar belakang pendidikan saya adalah S1 Sastra Inggris, Fakultas Ilmu Budaya, Universitas Erlangga, dan S2 Kajian Sastra dan Budaya di Fakultas Ilmu Budaya dan di universitas yang sama. Saya menjadi dosen di Prodi Sastra Inggris di Universitas Negeri Surabaya pada tahun 2021 dan sebelumnya telah menjadi DLB atau dosen luar biasa sejak tahun 2018. Mata kuliah yang saya ajar diantaranya adalah mata kuliah prasyarat seperti Essential Speaking Skills, Public Speaking, Critical Oracy, Global and Intercultural Communication, Indonesian Society and Culture, Academic Writing, Research Methodology in Literature, dan lain-lain. Mata kuliah yang akan saya bawakan kali ini adalah Global and Intercultural Communication. Mata kuliah ini bertujuan untuk mengembangkan kemampuan mahasiswa dalam menavigasi dan berkomunikasi secara efektif di berbagai konteks budaya. Mata kuliah ini mencakup teori komunikasi antar budaya, kecerdasan dalam berbudaya, strategi komunikasi global, dan penyelesaian konflik. Mata kuliah ini dikaitkan dengan SDGs nomor 10, yakni mengurangi ketimpangan, dan nomor 16, yaitu perdamaian, keadilan, dan kelembagaan yang tangguh untuk mendorong pemahaman dan inklusivitas. Pendekatan pengajaran meliputi kuliah interaktif, diskusi kelompok, dan studi kasus. Penilaian dilakukan melalui kombinasi proyek, analisis budaya, dan laporan reflektif. Mahasiswa diminta untuk merancang strategi komunikasi bagi tim multinasional, sementara tugas analisis budaya mencakup studi praktik komunikasi dalam budaya yang berbeda. Laporan reflektif mendorong penilaian diri dan peningkatan kompetensi antar budaya secara berkelanjutan. Pada akhir perkuliahan, mahasiswa akan dibekali keterampilan untuk berkomunikasi secara efektif lintas budaya, sehingga mampu membangun kolaborasi dan pemahaman dalam interaksi profesional maupun personal. Capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah ini meliputi mampu menunjukkan nilai-nilai agama, kebangsaan, dan budaya nasional, serta etika akademik dalam melaksanakan tugasnya. Menunjukkan karakter tangguh, kolaboratif, adaptif, inovatif, inklusif, dan belajar sepanjang hayat, berjiwa kewirausahaan, kemudian mampu mendemonstrasikan kemampuan berbahasa Inggris yang ditunjukkan dengan pencapaian skor tes kemampuan bahasa Inggris yang setara dengan minimal CEFR level B2. Adapun pencapaian pembelajaran mata kuliah ini meliputi mampu menganalisis nilai-nilai budaya, keyakinan, persepsi, dan gaya komunikasi yang penting untuk membangun kompetensi komunikasi antar budaya. Komponen materi pada mata kuliah ini adalah konsep kunci identitas budaya dalam komunikasi budaya intercultural dengan mengintegrasikan konsep the three P's of culture, perspectives, practices, and products. The deep structure of culture yang mengacu pada 4 subjektivitas budaya seperti stereotype, prejudice, racism, and ethnocentrism. 6 nilai dimensi budaya, power distance, collectivism versus individualism, femininity versus masculinity, short-term versus long-term orientation, restraint versus indulgence, the roots and spread of English, pemahaman tentang konsep gegar budaya. Kemudian buku yang saya pakai dalam mata kuliah ini adalah Introducing Language and Intercultural Communication oleh Jane Jackson, Intercultural Communication oleh Martin dan Nakayama, Communication Between Cultures oleh Larry A. Samovar, dan Global Englishes, a Resource Book for Students 3rd Edition oleh Jennifer Jenkins. Proses pembelajaran kami laksanakan secara sinkronus dan asinkronus. Untuk penilaian dilakukan selama 16 pertemuan. Setiap pertemuan dirancang dengan materi yang berkesinambungan agar mahasiswa dapat memahami konsep secara mendalam. Penilaian mencakup keaktifan diskusi, tugas individu maupun kelompok, serta proyek akhir. Dosen juga menyediakan umpan balik berkala untuk perkembangan kompetensi mahasiswa. Demikian perkenalan dari saya dan pemaparan dari mata kuliah ini. Mari kita saksikan cuplikan pembelajarannya. Okay, good morning everyone.
Morning.
How are you today?
Good.
Thank you very much. Yes, as usual, before we start our meeting today, I'd like to make sure about your attendance, for today's meeting. So I'd like to save the attendance first. So all of you are present, right? Yes. Okay, so before we start our today's materials, let's pray together. Depends on everyone's beliefs. So pray starts now. Thank you very much. Okay, before we're getting into this material, that is the deep structure of culture, let's make a short review regarding our previous meeting. Does anyone still remember what we have learned in the previous meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what is it?
3 pieces of cultures.
Yes, the 3 P's of culture, exactly. So I'd like you to define those 3 P's of cultures. The first one is?
Perspective.
Perspectives. When we talk about perspectives, so it refers to our views, towards society, towards social narratives, And it can be everyone's perspective is different. And then the second one, what is it, guys?
Practices.
Practice refers to the attitudes, the behaviors, the actions, towards an individual, based on the perspectives that they have earned. It depends on their upbringing as well. Sometimes it's not only about some kind of formal ritual, formal cultural ritual, but also our daily lives. It also reflects our social practices. The last one. Products. So what does it mean? Yes, sure.
The tangible and intangible treasures of culture.
When we see tangible and intangible, so it refers to an object that is real and also visible or invisible. Even also, literature, music can also become a cultural product. Okay? Yes, so let's try to get engaged with today's topic, the deep structure of culture. Why I asked you to make a short recap regarding our previous materials, because every individual actually carries identity, cultural identity. And sometimes the manifestation can be different to another. It depends on where you come from, how you were raised socially and culturally, your religion, your race, And let's talk about the cultural iceberg here. So I'd like to make a simple analogy, So our identity, when you see others, your friends, it's like looking at the iceberg. Sometimes what can be seen, what is visible, is the tip of the iceberg, the surface. But we still have no idea what's actually submerged, underneath the surface. I know it's kind of blurry, so I'm going to read several, social identities that are available here, So the tip or the surface of the iceberg is your visible identity. Your age.
Clothes.
Even though sometimes we cannot see how old you are. Some may look older or some may look younger, right?
Yes.
But we can see it sometimes, And then clothes, gender, language, behaviors, physical characters. So these are the cultural identities that we can see, throughout a certain individual. But what about the unseen parts here? The patterns of speech, their body language, social products that they have earned in their entire lives, the knowledge, personal beliefs, their perspectives, things that we cannot see. Yeah. Therefore, there has been some kind of hierarchical position here, starting from visible, less visible, and not visible. Yeah? Okay, why is it important to learn the deep structure of culture? It's because to develop cultural self-awareness. Yeah, the more we understand, the more we get the awareness. And then reduce conflict and misunderstanding. If we understand each other, both parties will have a good relationship. And then build respectful intercultural relationships. So we have the sense of respect to each other, of course, and also promote equity and inclusion, to understand that there might be minority or those marginalized communities or individuals that we also need to respect. Yeah? Okay. Yes, so we have talked about this before. Yeah, the cultural iceberg. So what is seen or what is visible is called surface culture. Yeah. And then the second one is subsurface culture. Sometimes, to some extent, we can see it. Yeah. To some extent, we cannot see it. It needs processes. Yeah. And then deep culture, something that deep down inside a person that we cannot see. Yes, okay, because we talk about intercultural communication, so the scope is wider. Yeah, we'll be dealing not only Indonesians, Western people, even inter-Asian people, that comprises different cultural, social values. Sometimes we cannot deny that we will experience social friction or cultural friction. That leads to a conflict sometimes. Therefore, let's talk about the dark side of identity. The dark side of identity. Seems to be very dark and scary. Yes. Or we can say for cultural subjectivities. They are stereotype. Maybe the majority of you are quite familiar with those terms, right?
Yes.
But sometimes it's kind of difficult to differentiate, which one is which one. Stereotype, prejudice, racism, and ethnocentrism. Let's find out. Definition. Stereotype here is a strong tendency, once again, when we talk about those four, Those four
Cultural
subjectivities. Yes, of course, it will involve our subjectivity, A strong tendency to characterize people of other cultures unfairly, collectively, and often negatively. This is the example, An Indonesian student studying in Australia meets a German classmate, and then she immediately thinks that Germans must be cold and serious. They probably don't know, like to joke. How can she know about it? She didn't even talk to him or to her before. She already made her stereotype. But usually, stereotype here involves a bigger scope. Usually, it contains social legitimation, which means that the majority of this community or the majority of people also have similar stereotype. Yes, similar tendencies or subjectivity. Prejudice. Almost similar, to the stereotype, but what makes it different is that it involves your personal assumption, of hating of disliking, yeah, someone or a group, yeah, some religion or races, okay? And unreasonable, that is illogical, that is unreasonable sometimes. An unreasonable dislike of a particular group of people or things, or a preference for one group of people or things over another. So it reflects your favor, yeah? And then example, a Japanese tourist refuses to sit next to a group of Indonesian travelers, yeah, on a train in Paris because she believes Southeast Asians are too noisy. Wow. Yeah, too judgmental. Yeah. Okay, it's only an example, yeah, so please do not get offended. Yeah, it's only an example. Okay, racism. A form of prejudice that generally includes negative emotional reactions, yeah, and then to members of a group, acceptance of negative stereotypes and racial discrimination
against individuals.
It can lead to violence. Yeah. What is it? The effect will be much even worse. Yeah. And it also involves a very complex subjectivities that we have collected. Maybe since we were born, since we were raised by our parents, by society. Yeah. And then the example. Again, this is an example, yeah? A Southeast Asian student in the UK applies for a part-time job at a restaurant, and then
The manager says, sorry, we prefer hiring native English speakers. You people are difficult for customers to understand.
how can you know? You didn't even know who we are. You didn't even know what we've been doing so far, yeah? Okay. And the last one is ethnocentrism. Yes. The belief that people, customs, and traditions
of your own race or country are better than those of other races or countries.
Mine is better than yours. Yeah, an American expatriate, for example, working in Indonesia insists that Western time management is the most professional.
Way.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe most of you also have heard this kind of ethnocentrism, right? Okay. Yeah, so any questions so far before we're conducting the quiz? No? Okay, all good. So please click the link, yeah? I have already sent the link to our WhatsApp group. You need to log in first and then put your name. Wait. And then enter the code 240162. Okay, I see the players here. Okay, so yes, let's start the game, yeah? Which of the following is an example of a stereotype? And then the second question is, prejudice involves which of the following? So please choose the correct answers. Okay, next. Okay, what is ethnocentrism? Did you see the ranking?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, that's all. Yeah, you made it. So who is it? This is the third place. Clever team, silent people. You don't know? Dragon. Who is Dragon? Well, congratulations. Yeah? Okay, now let's play Values Spectrum Walk. This is actually, what is it? The time when we can see whether you have any stereotypes, prejudice, yeah, that unconsciously is internalized, yeah, in yourself. So I'd like you to read the statement that I will present it to you throughout the PPT, and then you guys voluntarily come forward and position yourselves, yeah? Men should be strong and avoid showing vulnerability. So please, one of you come forward. Yes, sure? Yeah, sure? Position yourself. Which one? Which position do you belong to?
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Okay, give me the reason why you strongly agree that men should be strong and avoid showing vulnerability.
Because in some of the countries and cultures, they accept man's
Vulnerability. Yes?
as a soft or inferior.
Okay.
So
Yes.
they only men cannot show any vulnerability.
Okay, thank you very much. So your statement is that you've seen the narrative that when men show his vulnerability, is seen as inferior. You listen, you don't judge. Yeah? There is no wrong or right here.
All right.
Yeah? Thank you very much. Yes. You can go back to your seat. Okay? You listen, we don't judge. Remember that. Okay, next. Speaking your heritage language in public is disrespectful. Yes, sure. Please come forward. So which stance you belong to? Disagree. Okay, why?
Because for me, assume people that using other language is rude or disrespectful.
Okay, yeah, interesting. You might see, especially for those who are excluded, in that community, will feel that they are not being respected. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, interesting point. Yeah, see, from these kind of interactions and also responses, from the representatives of the students have different interpretations and also different social experiences. Yeah. Any questions so far? All good?
Yes,
Okay. To make you understand or comprehend even further, let's do a group discussion. Yeah. So I'll be giving you a case here. So it's a very clear case, with a very clear scenario, the social backgrounds as well. Yeah, we also see the emerged conflict here. Yeah, okay. So let's take a look at this instruction. I'd like you to divide yourself in a group of 5. Yeah, and then answer these 3 questions. You can discuss this case within 15 minutes. Okay, so 15 minutes is over, yeah? So let's discuss the result, everyone. I'd like to have one representative to come forward and present the result of the discussion.
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes. So please stand over here and present the result. Yeah, what is visible from the case?
Group discussion and what is visible. The first one is Renan speaks indirectly.
Indirectly, okay.
The other thing that we found in what is visible is that she doesn't jump into the conversation.
Okay.
And the second from the staff, the previous Rina said that she doesn't.
Okay, she doesn't.
In the sentence that directly, she also didn't interrupt when others spoke on her perspective. That means that she doesn't jump the conversation.
Jump to the conversation, okay.
The third one is her tone is soft.
Okay.
It's probably because she's from Yogyakarta, because from what I experienced there and when I lived there, Yogyakarta, the person in there is most likely the most spoken person that I have met.
Okay.
And what is invincible? The second question is that first one is cultural value.
Yes.
And that short is like humility, avoiding arrogance.
Okay.
The second one is respect for hierarchy and group harmony.
Respectful hierarchy. Okay.
The third one is that it's a belief that good ideas should speak for themselves without self-promotion.
Without self-promotion. Okay.
Now, how can we relate to the case of the dark side of identity?
Mm-hmm.
There are three types of the dark side that we can conclude from the text.
Yep.
The first one is the stereotype.
The stereotype.
The team or the manager assumes that the direct speakers lack confidence or ideas.
Mm-hmm.
The second dark side is the prejudice.
Prejudice. Stereotype. Prejudice. Yes. Why?
Because the method could be emerged if colleagues feel annoyance or impatience
Okay.
to the speakers.
Yes.
The third one is ethnocentrism.
Ethnocentrism. What is it?
Because the supervisors assume that our way of communicating is the correct and professional way.
Okay. Correct and professional way. Based on the Western culture point of view.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Good job. Yes. Yeah, it's a very interesting discussion. Yeah, even a case, yeah, can be peeled out in a very, very comprehensive analysis. Yeah, we can also reflect this to those four cultural subjectivities before. Yeah, the previous group said that there are stereotype, prejudice, and ethnocentrism. Yeah, sometimes different community, yeah, two different communities can interpret or apply different social perspectives or cultural perspectives that undeniably causes conflict. Yeah, a conflict or a friction. Now, so a wrap up now. Can we at least make a very concise explanation regarding the four cultural subjectivities or tendencies? The first one is
Stereotype,
stereotypes, prejudice, racism,
and
ethnocentrism. Okay. Yeah. Finally, you can understand and internalize, the meaning, the definition of the four cultural tendencies or subjectivities. I really expect that in your real life, you'll be dealing with different people, with different culture and social norms. Therefore, you need to reflect to yourself whether it contains these subjectivities or not. Oh my God, I'm stereotyping now. I have to avoid that, and so on and so forth. Yeah?
Yes.
So please be mindful and demure. Okay, yes, thank you very much. Yeah, before we end our class, once again, we have to pray. And please set your chairs back, guys. Okay? Yes, so pray starts now. Okay, thank you very much once again, everyone. And see you next week. And don't forget, next week's materials will be about the 6 values of dimensions by Hofstadter. And it is always related to these 4 cultural subjectivities. So please don't get rid of those, in your mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Yeah, thank you.